the man accidentally found a ginseng sprout. He immediately used time acceleration on it. The next second, the sprout grew into a 100-year-old ginseng. He rushed straight to a pawn shop. The owner immediately saw that it was a top-grade 100-year-old ginseng. The man quickly asked how much it could sell for. The owner said ginseng is priced by age, and this one was 100 years old, worth $1 million. Little did he know, the man had bought the seed cheaply from a seed shop. Later, the man saw someone opening a pearl oyster outside. He bought one on the spot, then sped up its time by 100 years. But the moment the owner opened it, a black pearl rolled out totally unexpected. The owner secretly hid the black pearl, then said, there were only some worthless little pearls inside. This made the man doubt whether his powers had stopped working, so he paused time, and sure enough, he saw the owner hiding a black pearl in his hand. The reason the man had special powers was because he had once had a car accident while delivering food, and accidentally awakened his family's ancestral time stone. The next second, he was not only reborn in the past, he also gained the ability to rewind and speed up time, as well as freeze it. Now facing a crooked shop owner, the man decided to teach him a lesson. But the owner refused to admit the black pearl came from the man's oyster. The man immediately said he wanted to buy everything the owner had. If every shell produced a pearl, the black pearl had to be returned to him. If even one didn't produce a pearl, the owner could keep the black pearl, and the man would even pay an extra $100,000. The owner agreed immediately. People around tried to warn the man not to get scammed, but he just pulled out cash from his bag. The owner let him open whatever he wanted. Then he took the oyster, sped up its time by 100 years, and cracked it open. It really had a pearl, and it was an insanely rare golden pearl, making everyone nearby jealous. Then the man pulled out a conch. The owner confidently said it couldn't possibly have a pearl, but the moment the man smashed it open, the owner was shocked to see a conch pearl, worth even more than the other two. At that moment, the owner tried to cheat, saying the man couldn't take a single pearl, and called a bunch of thugs, making it clear he wanted to steal the man's pearls. But they didn't know the man could stop time. With a snap of his fingers, the whole world froze. He knocked them all out one by one, then resumed time, and walked away casually. The next day, the man returned to the pawn shop, sold all 3 pearls, and even became friends with the shop owner, receiving $1 million check. On his way home, he ran into a gang trying to rob him, but they weren't a match for him. He snapped his fingers again to freeze time, easily took them all down, then resumed time. The gang leader realized he'd been knocked out instantly, begged the man not to call the cops, and explained their situation. They had come to work but hadn't earned any money, not even enough for a ticket home. The man felt they weren't bad people, so he took them in as his men, told them to use the money to clean themselves up, and come see him later. He left his number and let them go prepare. Next, the man wanted to buy a car. But when he tried to test drive one, a snobby saleswoman looked down on him, saying he'd dirty the luxury car. Even though he was there to buy a car, she insisted he couldn't afford it, and had to watch from outside. Then another woman came over, and scolded her for looking down on a customer, but she told the woman not to waste her time. The man ignored the snobby saleswoman, then showed her the $1 million check. She stared at him in disbelief. Later, when the woman helped the man sign the contract, the snobby saleswoman deliberately tripped her. Luckily, the man paused time and time. Seeing the saleswoman not giving up, he placed her in front of her, then resumed time. The water in the woman's hands spilled all over the snobby saleswoman, making her furious. She wanted to complain to the manager, just because she was the manager's cousin. At that moment, the manager arrived, and the saleswoman immediately complained. The man then realized the manager was an old acquaintance, so he explained what happened. The manager immediately fired the snobby saleswoman. She didn't panic at all, because the manager's shop was about to go under. She didn't want to argue, so she had security escort her out. Then she explained to the man that she couldn't buy a car today, because the cars she ordered had been in an accident, totally destroyed, and her funds were tied up, so the shop was going under. The man said he could help the manager, and make the cars like new. She doubted he could really fix them, but had no choice but to trust him. She led him to the wrecked cars, said if he could fix them, she would give him 10% of the sales. He agreed immediately, promising they could inspect the cars the next day. After she left, the man used time reversal to restore the cars to their state before the accident. The next day, the manager saw the cars looking brand new, and was thrilled with the repairs. She asked the man how he had done it.